YouTube, I'm back. It's Dustin here. I hope you all are having a great day. And I hope I can be here to be a source of encouragement to you all. Listen, for those of you who don't know, there's a lot of change that's happening in the world right now. There's a lot of decisions being made that were different than what we ultimately had hoped and dreamed and imagined for ourselves and many others out there making these decisions on a daily basis. So I've seen a lot of the YouTube creators. They're changing up their material. They're adjusting the type of material they want to make. And I think that's great. They're doing material they actually want to do. And that's something that I want to do on this channel. And listen, I'm just going to talk to you guys. So, yeah, there's so much going on. The weather's crazy. The weather patterns are insane. The economy's insane right now. People are just, I feel, is not as outgoing, as not as united as we once were. Times have changed, and ultimately that is what I wanted to get into on this video is how much things are changing. And it's like one day you're up, the next day you're down. Like whether it's mentally or financially, it just seems like, to me, like I feel like I pick myself up or others pick me up, y'all pick me up, especially you all. You know, I feel like I'm being picked up or I'm picking myself up, and you have that encouragement from others around you and it's enough to get you going. But then something else comes up, and it's like another knife in the back, another dagger in the neck. It's like, wow, here we go again, more setbacks. Well, I get it. I just feel like we're living life for setbacks now. I feel like every setback that happens, I feel like you could write a dictionary or a storybook of just all the setbacks you've had. But essentially, let me fix my mic here. Essentially, those are supposed to be like the lessons, right? Those are supposed to be the things that build us up. But I'm like, am I the only one here? I'm like, where's the build up? Like, where is the character? Ladies and gentlemen, where are the men and women we're supposed to be? Like, you know, all I see is, you know, everybody out there, including y'all, and myself, is we're all just in that same boat where it's like, yeah, all we see is just us putting in the work. But like, you know what I mean? It's like we're putting in the work for you, like for ourselves, for everybody else. And then, those who are like, I don't know, like they don't want to do anything with their lives. They're just sitting there. Um, Doing nothing, and I feel like, okay, well, what would happen if we just pulled the plug on everything that we're doing and we just do nothing? Like, must be nice, right? Because I know a lot of people out there. Shout out to Diet Coke for getting me through the 2 o'clock hour. um I'm going to do some work later on, so I'm going to have to go shortly here. But listen, I mean, am I the only one that I just feel like things are changing too rapidly, too fast? And I get it. AI can tell you how to do certain things and we can come up with a game plan, but you could have like a really good plan and it just like seems that it's totally trash the next day. It could be something down the road that you're really looking forward to and it just wiped right under your feet. It's like that's the new world we live in. You know what I mean? like, I see clear blue skies. I still see the same beautiful scenery and the beautiful trees and this and that. But I feel like the steps we take are all up to us. Like, and 9 out of 10 times, we have no help. We're in this solo. So we're supposed to figure out, you know, how to make a dollar, how to make it go even further than it's gone ever before, how to adapt to an ever changing society, how to communicate with the people. For those of you who are great communicators, this doesn't go to you, but we're supposed to figure out how to communicate with people who don't communicate well, who just want to be. It seems like a lot of people out there, their communication style is they want to have a power flex over everybody, whether it's like a corporate thing or whether it's just like society is like, they think society is judging them. So they want to have like a power flex. And yeah, but, and I'm going to tell you something. It's actually good that this happened in this sense, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, it's not everywhere. I get it. There's still some stuff out there that's rough around the edges, but we've literally like there is no, like, I feel, and I know others out there feel this, that there is, but I feel like there is no like human divide between us anymore. Whether it's race, skin color, whether it's religion or anything at all. I feel like we've all like moved on from that almost, and we're just like sitting in this economical mess. Like, we're like, okay, we're like, it's like it's like your sibling, it's like your younger sibling, right? Like, you might fight with them like when you're kids and stuff like that. You're older than them, because you want to like boss them around, tell them what to do, or you don't get along, you have different interests, and then you get older and you're kind of like, you know what I mean? You get to that distant cousin's funeral, and you get to the point where you all are both married, you have separate lives, family, kids, and you're getting up in your years, and it's like, man, like, this is life, I guess, huh? We just gotta like eat what it's given us. But at the same time, we just kind of like sit in togetherness, like we're all in that boat. You know what I mean? I feel like now the push, the the drive is to simply get to the point where we don't have to worry about anything anymore. Like, every time we turn around, it's something new. I think I've gotten good at, I've only been on this earth for 31 years, but I think I've gotten good at just like sitting in like my mess and like speaking to those who've been through the same thing, and like our mistakes that we've made thus up to this point. Or like, maybe we're not doing that. Maybe we're just looking at the world and seeing, wow, like, what's going on? The world's not what it used to be. You know, of all different age groups too. I've had people in their 70s come to me and they're just like, Dustin, man, I don't know what's going on in the world today. You know what I mean? Of course, your teenagers are not going to understand quite yet. They're going to put on the front and really just do what they're going to do. But no offense to them, but it takes maturity, it takes growth. We love them, but it's going to take some time before they understand that. But yeah, I just feel that we're all connected, but I'm like, how is it helping us? I feel like I don't want to keep saying I feel like, is it just me, or do we literally have to drop everything and just say, screw making money, screw what I want to do today, I need to help this person. I want to give to charity, I want to do this, I want to do that. That's how you make a change, right? So it's just difficult, because some of us, I get it, we're in that situation where if we don't work every day of our lives, we're done for. That's just how like our lives are set up. That's based upon the decisions we've made, based upon what we've chose to invest in, based upon where we're at in our journey. Just how it is. Am I wrong? I mean, some of us maybe not, but it's crazy. I feel like the world is different. I feel like, one, we make all these right moves, and I don't want to keep saying I feel like, but we make all these right moves, okay? And there's just so much that we're uncredited for, it outweighs the credited. You know what I mean? I get it. This channel is all about half glass, half empty, glass half full. Looking at the positive. It's all about that. But I mean, guys and girls, it gets to a point where we have to be honest with ourselves. Things are not going well out there. Things are not going well for you and I. We're choosing to remain positive, but they aren't. Like, you're gonna get beat up out there. And this is the point of this video. No matter what you have going on, somebody, like something incredibly positive. I cannot tell you how many times. And again, only 31 years experience. But I can tell you, I've set up some pretty incredible things, situations for myself and put them out there. And I've always had that specific group of people. There's always somebody who comes along and messes it all up just for the sake of messing it up. You know what I mean? Or we do it to ourselves. Maybe we make a wrong move. Maybe we're hitting the bottle too much. Maybe we're smoking a little bit too much. Maybe we're, in a depressed state too much. Maybe we have no self-worth, value. Maybe we just can't seem to get ahead and make a dollar. Maybe we're miserable just in what we're doing. We hate our job. I don't know. It all comes down to this YouTube stuff. And this is why creators are making the content they want to make. They're being transparent. This is a conversation I wanted to have with you all today. I'm just speaking. I'm talking. So here it is. I hope y'all are doing well. I gotta admit, I'm struggling. I gotta admit to you all. But what is the answer? What encouraging words can we give to those who are in need right now? Ladies and gentlemen, it's bad for some of us. We're in really bad spots. But then we look at who's out there, like living on the street, people that have nothing to eat ever, people who have no places to sleep. And it's just, it's even worse. And I'm like, how much worse can worse get? Literally, we just had, I don't know what state it was. We just literally had one of the states pass a law that you can't sleep overnight at a parking lot, company, facility, whatever. You can't fall asleep in a Walmart parking lot in your car anymore because it's illegal, apparently. And I heard that and I just couldn't I still can't wrap my mind around it. Because that person doesn't have a choice at the time. You know what I mean? They're faced with the cards they're being dealt. So what do you do when you're dealt cards that are not, like, that you can't play or that are just bad? You know what I mean? You trust in the higher power. You trust in the process. You trust that God has a plan. I understand that, and I'm all in. But the only thing that I don't get is, what are we left to do with the pieces we're left? How can we create something beautiful out of madness, hatred, deceit, lies? I want to give a shout out to, um, first and foremost, my condolences, a shout out, condolences, prayers, love, compassion to the people in, I think it was Clairton, Pennsylvania, the plant that exploded, and the families that were affected, the one person who died, the four or more people who were injured. Um, those people had no choice. They had to show up to work every day, and they had to make a dollar, and now you have all the people in the facility, they're scared. They don't know what to do. Like, they're like, do I still go to work and get injured? Like, potentially in the future, if something else happens, if there's another fire, another explosion, these are the choices they have to make, that they have to go through with. And I thought of another thing. What are we left to do when we have to show up at a job? Those of us who are struggling have to show up at a job, and we can't get ahead. We're showing up at a job to make no money, like pay no bills. It's tough out here. It's tough. But we gotta push through. We gotta, you know, make the best of it, and hope that things change, that things improve, and that our life experience can ultimately attest to, hopefully us getting ahead. I have like so many cars surrounding me right now that are sketchy. Um, so I might just go ahead and move on, but in a different location. But you get it. You understand. I mean, uh, showing up to a job that's just not doing anything for you, that's tough. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. I'm thinking about all the problems that people are facing in the world, and I'm wondering what they're doing. If you have any answers, if you want to respond to this, what are you doing um, when times are tough? What are you doing when there's no option and things are hard? What do you guys think of this video? I mean, if you have any advice for those people who are struggling, leave a comment down below. I love you guys, and I think I'm gonna head out here, but just just do some thinking. Think about what's going on in the world, and it makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder how people are getting by these days. You have to make some hard choices, and they're not easy ones. So, um, There was one other thing that I was going to tell you all. I can't remember what it is, but just stay strong. You know, you never know what somebody's going through, and ultimately, it's just times are difficult these days. So, all right, y'all. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Just wanted to do kind of a vlog update style video. Stay strong. Continue to plant seeds in your life and other people's lives that are going to grow. And I want you to water them, and I want you to know that I'm in this with you, that times are tough, but we got to push through. So, love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.